Hello everybody, this is the Product Owner Enthusiast. My name's Alan and I'm here once again with more tips on how to become a great product owner. Today I want to focus on the difference between a product owner and a product manager. These two roles are often confused, there are hybrid roles out there, and I really wanted to better describe the difference between these two roles because they are different and you can make some mistakes if you assume they are the same. What I've done here is I've grabbed another lecture from my course on Udemy, the definitive guide on how to get a job as a product owner, and I've brought that into here for you to enjoy and understand those differences. If you're at all interested in this course, please use the information in the video below and use the discount code as well to get a really great price on it. I hope you enjoy. Thanks. Now, I say there's differences in the roles, but they absolutely work hand in hand. Ideally, in most organizations, you will have a defined product owner role, or many product owners, and defined product managers as well, that work closely as time goes on. So let's focus on the bubbles on the left-hand side. So we've talked quite a bit about the product owner so far in this course. A couple of the key aspects that the product owner is accountable for. They are going to work with the Scrum team day to day, doing all those Scrum events, the retrospective, the refinement. They're going to work with them every day to move through the sprints, the upcoming sprints, and resolve problems and bugs. The product owner is going to deliver value within the structure of each of those sprints. They're quite tactical, really. They're really looking at the short and medium term. They're kind of looking at the current sprint and they're looking at a few sprints ahead. Could be up to a couple of months, maybe 3 months or so. That's where they spend most of their time looking at those tactical elements in that time frame. Product owners are going to spend a huge amount of their time writing or ensuring requirements are written in the form of usually user stories. And a product owner is going to prioritize and be accountable for the product backlog. However, conversely, if you have a look at the product manager, they're more strategic. They're going to look further forwards. They're going to think in terms of the product as where it sits in the whole organization. What ultimate aims is that product providing, and how does it work with the various other products that are either in flight at the moment, have been released, or ones that are going to be developed or implemented in 6 months, a year, 5 years even. They're going to use a lot of that strategic knowledge and build out the product strategy overall. And that is essentially that longer roadmap for the product. What are the various functionality that product will actually need at a really high level? They're going to assess customer preferences. Product managers are going to spend a ton of time looking at the customers, talking to customers, holding various exercises, surveys and focus groups to understand what it is that they like about the product, what do they don't like, what do they want from a new product as well, and going to use that to inform their product strategy as to what functionality and features that product should provide. And then from that information, they're going to figure out what the priorities are. Do we want to deliver Apple Pay, for example, in the next quarter? Or do we want to do Google Pay? Or maybe we don't want to do a pay scheme. Maybe you want to add a new function to download the information. Product manager is going to really think about that at high level as to what is going to be the most useful roadmap for that product going forwards. So you can kind of really see there the two sides in the product, a bit more sort of, I don't want to say shorter term, but short, medium term, and product manager is more long term look at it. But there's a real overlap here, and that's where the middle bubbles here come in. The overlap is, of course, the product. Both of these roles are going to be hugely passionate and supportive of the product itself. They're both going to want to align with the wider business in slightly different ways. The product manager is going to want to align on, a product to product basis, ensuring that this product kind of fits with other products in the roadmap for other areas of the business. Where the product owner is going to be more aligning with functions like, governance to ensure what is being built is compliant, and, marketing and branding to ensure that we have the correct branding for the product as well as we go forward, and based on what we're building now, we'll be building in the short term. They're both going to look at measuring value. The product owner is really going to care about value as far as we've built this great feature, isn't it fantastic? But it's only really fantastic if it's actually delivering value, and we need to measure that. We need to understand what the customers think of it and how useful it is to them. product manager similarly cares about that, because that is the measure and the success of the product, and that the product is heading in the correct direction. Also, epics and features talked about the user stories of the product owner. The product manager is going to care about key functionality, and they're going to work really closely with the product owner to decompose that down into clear epics, features that the product owner can take forward, and then put the user stories underneath that structure of epics and features to then build into delivery and into their roadmap as well. And then product vision. The product manager may be defining overall product vision, but the product owner really needs to care and understand about what that vision is going to be. Otherwise, they can't make day-to-day prioritization decisions that are going to be right for their product overall. So it's a real shared endeavor between the two roles. So as you can hopefully see, there's a real key difference. They work in a really similar space, but at completely sort of different ends of the spectrum. One looking further out, more strategically, and another more tactical day-to-day, looking at that software delivery, working with those teams. Absolutely integral to have both roles, and it is really important to understand the difference between the two, because you may find yourself working very closely with a product manager at some point in the future.